Yo, yo, it's Fight Bloodline, y'all. Welcome back. You're just gonna be joined by me today, and I already got the fit. We're fighting Abu Dhabi. Got these things on my robe or whatever those things that they wear. Got mine on. We repping Abu Dhabi. It's fight week over there. We got the heavyweight title on the belt between Tom Aspinall and Cyril Gane. Coming event via Agenda Roba and Mackenzie Dern. And with further ado, let's get this card started. But first of all, hold on, bro. No, I can't do this. I cannot do this, bro. I'll do the trash bag at most. Here we go. But first fight of the night, we got Nasrat. I'm not too sure how to say his last name. We got Nasrat. He's 18-5 in the UFC. He's the 105 dog. He's 5-0 in his last 5. Compared to Quinlan Salkid. He's a 9-1 in UFC and 5-0 also in his last 5. This is a lightweight bout. And I got Nasrat on this one. I think he's going to control all the standing sequences. And I'm also not too worried if it goes to the ground because I believe Nasrat has the better wrestling, the better stand-up. With him being an underdog, we've talked about this a lot on the podcast. We love going with our underdogs. Like we do. We always root for an underdog. Unless they're... Come a little closer. Unless they're fighting Ilya Taporia. Pause, but yeah, I got Nasrat on this one. It should be a banger. I feel like these dudes are gonna stand up and scrap for a little bit. But should be a pretty good fight. But give me Nasrat by KO, TKO, or decision. Here we go. This is a banger in the heavyweight division. This card's built all around heavyweights. If you look at it. But we got a heavyweight fight between Walter Walker. He's 14-1 in the UFC. He's 4-1 in his last 5. Compared to the brand new stud in the heavyweight division. Also a teammate of Tom Aspinall, got Louis Sutherland. 10-3 in the UFC. He's also 4-1 in his last 5. I'd say Louis Sutherland probably has the better striking. He just walks down his opponents more. He's got the more power. Crispier hands, more punch power. But Walter Walker, also known as the ankle breaker, like literally, however you want to call it, I call it the ankle breaker, because if you're not a casual and you watch the weigh-ins, he had that ankle around him because he has 3, I think it's heel hook submissions, and that's basically, how can I put it? Ankle breaker. That's all. That's how you gotta put it. So that's exactly why I went with Walter Walker on this fight by sub. I think he's gonna get an ankle breaker on Louis Sutherland. As much as I would be happy for him to win because I really want to see what the heavyweight division has in order for like the UFC for the next few months, I would like to see Louis Sutherland go out there. It'd be crazy if he went out there and knocked out Walter Walker, but he originally had a fight booked, and that ended up getting canceled, so they moved him to 321 in Abu Dhabi. His brother Johnny Walker will be in attendance for it, and then we should expect a high input fight from both fighters. But give me Walter Walker by sub, ankle lock, or not ankle lock, heel hook to be specific. Next fight, we got a featherweight bout between Jose Delgado and Nathaniel Wood. We got Jose Delgado 10-1 in the UFC, 5-0 in his last 5, compared to Nathaniel Wood 21-6 in the UFC and 4-1 also in his last 5. And I went with Nathaniel Wood on this one. I think he probably has I don't think he has the better striking, but he definitely has the game in wrestling. I think he's gonna control this fight. Hopefully win a close decision. Both these guys go down as dogs. They're not scared to throw. I believe Nathaniel Wood will get this one by either decision or sub. I feel like the wrestling's really gonna have a big part in this fight. And I think he's just gonna shut him out with it. Yeah, I got Wood either by decision or sub. Here, hold on, y'all. So, yeah, it's a little late right now. It is currently 12:27 a.m. I know it's not late to some of y'all, but for me, it's kind of late. So if I'm a little bit off of what I'm saying, it's mostly because of time. I'm sorry. We will be back to schedule next week. Be ready. Had a little incident this week where we couldn't film on Thursday, and we were supposed to end up filming today, but I had some stuff get in the way. Um, yeah, we'll get back on schedule. We just gotta give it a little bit of time right now. But here, man, I gotta take out the trash bag. I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. Freaking wasted the trash bag, bro. There we go. All right. Let's get into the next fight. We got Mateus Rebecki versus Ludovic Clean. We got a lightweight bout. We got Rebecki, 20-3 in the UFC, and he's 3-2 in his last five. Compared to Clean, where he's 23-5 in the UFC, and he's 4-1 in his last five. And I went with Clean by knockout. I think he's gonna go out there. He's gonna put Rebecki out either in the first or second round. I think he can control the fight wherever it really goes. I'm not too worried if it goes to the ground either. But Rebecki, if you go look at his last fight, he is a dog. He will fight to the death. Like, he really will. He will go out swinging. He's like Max Holloway on crack. Like, he will sit there and throw so much. He'll bloody his own face up. He don't care. He's the type of guy when you know to get a street fight and he just headbutts you, you both get hurt. He doesn't care. He is the Cam Scatterboo of the UFC. Like, he's gonna go head first in this fight. I think Clean, with him being a little bit younger, he's the more technical striker, and I think he'll probably end up getting the win by either KO, TKO, or decision. Moving on next, we got Abdul Karim Al Swedi, Salwadi, versus Matthews Camilo. We got a lightweight bout. Let me see who we got. This isn't one of those. Oh, okay. So yeah, I got Matthews Camilo, in this one, but let's break down this fight a little bit. So Abdul Karim, he's 15-4 in the UFC, 4-1 in his last five. Compared to Matthews Camilo, 9-3 in the UFC and 4-1 also in his last five. Uh, he's a lot younger than him, and that's exactly why I'm going with him. I think the youth is gonna put BTA. Honestly, I think that he's gonna find the better shots. He's gonna land more punches to the body, I believe, more than the head. He will find probably like if I can describe it, if you guys remember that fight with Joshua Van and Bruno Silva, how Joshua Van was kind of just touching him up and just piecing him up and that until he finally finished in the third. I think that's how this fight will exactly go. I believe Camilo is the better kickboxer, but I'll give Abdul Karim definitely the wrestling. I think he's got that A point, and but I feel like Camilo's gonna catch him. Even if he wants to shoot a takedown, I believe he's got the defense to counter it. So I got Camilo by KO on this one. Next fight, we got Jaqueen Amorafim versus Mizinki Q. This is a strawweight fight. But we got, excuse me, man, I don't know how to say these names. We're just going to call her Amoririm, it looks like. But she is 10-1 UFC. She's 4-1 in her last five compared to Inui. I don't know. Japanese lady. She's 15-6 in UFC. She's 3-2 in her last five. And let's see, who would I go with on this one? Oh yeah. So, apologies for this one. I didn't see this on the UFC app. That's where I go do all my picks. I didn't even see this one. So this was like I do this like 15 minutes ago. I didn't do a whole lot of research on this fight, but just looking at the records and stuff, I think I gotta go with Jaqueline Aforum. Aurora. We're gonna call her a Brazilian chick and Japanese chick. Okay, man, I can't deal with these names sometimes, and it hurts me more than freaking. Cause it makes me so mad when I can't get their names right and stuff. So, we're just gonna go Brazilian chick on this one, either by sub or decision. Don't know a whole lot in that one. That's my bad. We'll get better at that. Next fight is Akram Alaskarov versus Ju Young Park. We got a middleweight bout with Akram Alaskarov being 16-2 in the UFC and 4-1 with his last five, with that one loss being to Robert Whitaker on a short notice fight, also in Abu Dhabi. Compared to the Jun Young Park, he is 19-6 in the UFC, 4-1 also in his last five. He will be the older fighter in this fight, and yeah. Oh, holy crap, it's late. But I went with Akram Alaskarov on this one. I think he's gonna go in there. He's got the more sharper strikes. I believe he can win this fight wherever he wants. He's gonna control it. He's gonna control the center of the octagon a lot more. He's gonna be using his T kicks a lot, his clean Muay Thai. I think he'll either find a late round finish or a decision. Next fight, we got my boy Christian Pineda Damaquez from that's my homie from school. So shout out to you, bro. Just kidding. Nah, Chris Barnett is not my homie from school. I'll take that back. That was my bad. I'm sorry. But Christian's twin brother Chris Barnett versus Hmoney. We're calling you Hamdi. I am not. I say that. But we got a heavyweight fight between one of the biggest dudes I've ever seen throw a wheel kick in the UFC. He's 23-9 in the UFC. He's 2-3 in his last five. With that last loss being I think it was some type of injury he had to. I think it was his leg or something. He was jumping up before the fight and he ended up getting injured. But we got Hamdi. He's 4-1 in the UFC. He's 3 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw in his last five. And I got Chris Barnett on this one, I think. I gotta stop thinking that he's Christian, bro. It's my bad. Yeah, I went with Hamdi by TKO. I think Chris Barnett sucks. Every time I bet on this dude, he loses. Like back-to-back weekends of just like not back-to-back, but like back-to-back picking him in his fights. He always finds a way to lose. I don't think he's athletic enough for this fight. As much as crazy wheel kicks and front flips he does, cool, let him do it. Put him in the freaking Mario game if you want him doing all them flips. But I think Hamdi's gonna go out there. It's a heavyweight fight, so you know what that means. These fools are gonna be throwing with their rolls, bro. Like they're gonna be throwing. And I think Hamdi will find either a late round KO or early round KO. He'll be able to control the fight wherever he wants, especially with his feet. Next fight on this card, we got Asma Maxim versus Mitch Raposo. I didn't say Raposo. Raposo. This is a flyweight fight. We got Azat Maxim in 15-2 in the UFC. He's 3-2 in his last five compared to Mitch Raposo. He is 3-2 in his last five, and he's 9-3 in the UFC. And I'm pretty sure I went with Ozma on this one. I think he's a more defined striker. He's got the better defense. I think he'll stay to the outside and point fight. Don't expect a crazy fight here. I don't think it's going to be no crazy fight of the night or crazy knockout. I think Ozma is more focused on just winning, climbing the rankings of the flyweight division, and possibly looking for a fight with Matthews Nicolau. I know they're saying some stuff online to each other, trying to find a fight, see if it's possible. But I got Ozma on this one, either by KO TKO or decision. All right. Main card time. We got Umar Sakamagedonov versus Mario Batista. We got one of Marab's children right here. He was also flipped around in their fight. He got dominated. Like, I think, me personally, Umar sucks. I don't like his fight style. I think he's boring. If you go watch the fight with Corey Sandhagen, that fight was boring. Go watch the fight with, who was it? I can't remember, but I know it was boring. If it's Umar, it's boring. I'm pretty sure. I can't remember who it was, but I know one of his other fights was super boring where he just sits there. He's not going to be able to hump him for 5 rounds. But I'm really hoping for Mario Batista to win this. But let's break it down real quick. Like I said, bantamweight fight. Umar's 18-1 in the UFC. He's 4-1 in his last 5 with that one loss being to Merab Dvalishvili. Compared to the rising star Mario Batista, 16-2 in the UFC, 5-0 in his last five, with one of those wins being over Jose Aldo and Apache Sucks Mix. I'm going Umar on this one as much as I hate to. He's just crazy with the wrestling. It's gonna be a boring fight. I'll even be a skipper. I know a lot of people are taking Mario Batista. Honestly, I will be rooting for him when they fight, but just so I get my picks right, we have to go with this boring boy Umar, and I believe he'll win by decision. He's gonna try and dry hump him for 3 rounds straight. It's gonna be boring. Give me Umar. Here we go. Here's another light heavyweight bout. We got Alexander Rakic versus Osmat Murtazakanov. We got Rakic 14-5 in the UFC, the 106 dog. He's 2-3 in his last five, with one of those 3 losses being to Magomed Ankalaev and who was it? I can't remember. Bro, I was just talking about this guy too the other day. Okay, so I know one of them was Magomed. Oh, it was Yuri Prohashka. Yeah, those are 2 of his losses in his last five, compared to Osmat Murtazakanov. He's been on the roll. He's 15-0 in the UFC, 5-0 in his last five. That's why I believe he's going to go out there and knock out Rakic in the first round. As much as he looks like a tall Ilya Topuria. Like I said again, I love Ilya. So Ilya, if you're watching, just remember, bro. But mega pause right there. I got Osma, KO TKO. I think he's better at the wrestling, stand up. Rakic is just on his roll out the UFC. It's Osmat's time to rise and get into light heavyweight contentions. The original booking was with him and Jamal Hill. With Jamal Hill getting hurt, Rakic stepping in. And Osmat wins this one by either KO TKO, sub, decision, whatever he really feels like, you know. It depends on what type of night he's having, but we'll see. Anything could happen, though. But next fight, we got a heavyweight fight between Alexander Rob Volquez. We got a fight between Alexander Volkov and Jalton Almeida. We got a height advantage. Y'all gonna get mad at me for this one, but Alexander Volkov is 6'7", if y'all know, compared to Jalton Almeida where he's 6'3". But Alexander Volkov, 36-11 in the UFC. He's been in the UFC for a minute. He's a big veteran. He's 4-1 in his last five. Compared to Jalton Almeida, where he's 4-1 in his last five, with that one loss being to Curtis Blades. He's also 22-3 in the UFC. And I got Alexander Volkov on this one. I think he's gonna pick Jalton Almeida apart. However he really wants to win this fight, he can go on the ground. He can sub him. He can pick him apart on the feet and win a close decision. I just want to see what they did to my guy Volkov when he fought Cyril Gane. He should be fighting Tom Aspinall, because that fight was a robbery. I will fight for that fight any day of the week. That was a robbery, bro. Volkov should be fighting in this main event against Aspinall instead of Cyril Gane. But, I mean, you know, if that's what the refs really thought, you know, I was just watching the fight like maybe 2 hours ago. I was rewatching it. Cyril Gane landed some good strikes. Sorry, just checking time real quick. I cannot, man, I'm blind. 18 minutes? It's not bad. Cyril Gane was landing some decent shots, but it was mostly Alexander Volkov who dominated that third round, I thought, and he definitely lost the first, but he caught him also in the second with that spinning back fist. It was really good. Caught him right on the face. It was pretty bad. But give me Volkov either by sub or decision. The co-main event of the evening. We got Verna Jandiroba taking on Mackenzie Dern for the strawweight belt. We got Verna Jandiroba, 22-3 in the UFC, 5-0 in her last five, compared to Dump Truck Dern. She is 15-5 in the UFC. She's 3-2 in her last five. And these two actually have a lot of history with each other. They fought the first time. Looks like Mackenzie Dern, she pieced her up pretty good. Excuse me, I'll get some water real quick. But Mackenzie Dern, she pieced her up. Uh, excuse me for that. But Mackenzie Dern, she was looking really good for the most part. This is gonna be a really fun fight to watch the scrambles. If you're big into fights like watching jiu-jitsu, this is definitely one I would recommend. But we got Chiwiwi's sister. She's a little bit older in this matchup. She's definitely got not as good on the striking, but she's way better on the ground, I believe. She's gonna control this fight. As much as we want to see Mackenzie Dern get top mount, which I believe we will see, I think we're gonna go a little. I think we're gonna go decision or sub. You know, I can do see Verna Jandarova going out there subbing Mackenzie in either the first or third. But if we go to the decision, I would like to see Mackenzie Dern win. But if it doesn't go to a decision, I got Verna Jandarova by sub. I think she'll probably find it in the first 1 through 3. It's gonna happen. There's nothing we can do about it. You know, Raul Rosas Jr.'s sister. There's nothing we can do to stop her. Yeah, I don't even know what eye she's looking at me with. She's looking at me at the left or the right, but I'm just stare between her nose. Yeah, matter of fact, nah, that's that eye right there. Yep, not the one that got punched, but this one. But yeah, I got Jandaroba. I guess I'll take her by sub. I trust her with my pick. But main event of the evening. We got Tom Aspinall taking on Cyril Gane for the heavyweight strap. Well, no, not for it, but Tom Aspinall is defending his heavyweight strap. We got Tom Aspinall 15-3 in the UFC. He's 4-1 in his last 5 wins, being over Curtis Blades, Sergey Pavlovich, Alexander Volkov, and many others. Compared to Cyril Gane, where he's 13-2 in the UFC. He's also 3-2 in his last 5, with one of those losses being to John Jones, and I believe Francis Ngannou was his only other loss. He also wins over Tai Tuivasa. I guess Alexander Volkov, you could throw that one in there. Other big wins would be like, what's the little dude? He fought him in Paris a while ago. Who was it? I believe his name was also Sergey Spivak. He fought Cyril Gane in main event a while ago. But I don't think none of that matters because Tom Aspinall is going to go out there and knock this dude out in either the first or second. I think Cyril Gane, he's wrestling. I could wrestle better than him. Man, I squeak like a little freaking ass kid, man. Damn. I know I'm getting clipped for that. But me personally, I think I could wrestle better than Cyril Gane. I think Aspinall, he can really control his fight wherever he wants. But I don't think he's gonna have to even waste time. This dude hasn't seen more than 15 minutes in the UFC octagon. He's never seen a decision. He's gonna go out there and put out Cyril Gane in either the first or second round. By knockout too. Ain't no ground, well, maybe ground and pound, because they always end up landing it. I don't even think there'll be no need for it. I think Tom Aspinall is really just gonna dominate and knock this dude out. Cold. But yeah, I think that's the end of our episode, y'all. But I did promise y'all that we would shout out all our followers at the end of our episode and see if I can do this real quick on my computer. Oh, son of a gun. Well, I know some of our followers off TikTok would be like, shout out to Bro Talk MMA. Go watch their stuff. They had a show today with Utica, Ray Bucks, and Darren T. Make sure y'all go sub up to them. Subscribe to who else? Some of our followers. Jordan Conches. Go check him out. He has some pretty good soccer highlights on our other page called Junior Jackass. You can go look at that page. It's me, all the homies from school. Let's see who else. Mateo Loya, hell of a baseball player. You're doing your stuff, bro. Shout outs to you. Damn, I can't even remember. Shout out to my homie Zakai. I know he follows the TikTok. Shout out the friend Lavella. She's been supporting for a minute. Shout outs to you. Uh, damn, I can't remember. Uh, Shout out Be Ready 303. He'll be on for the next show. We also will be doing live reactions here soon. Matter of fact, I think we're gonna close out this show. I'll upload some shorts shouting out some of our followers, and just thank you guys for supporting, man. Like that freaking hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, make sure you're subscribed. And remember, if you follow us on social media and subscribe to us, like most of our videos, and share it. We will be doing what's it called? I don't know if I share this yet. Me and my co-host haven't talked about it. Well, possibly. Shoot, do I even tell y'all? We might be selling merch here soon. Just stickers. Some of the I don't want my hair to get in there, but some of our hats that say like Fight Bloodline. And I don't know what the word's called, man. What is it? 1248 right now. I can't remember some of the words, but it's like I guess enter to win a contest by liking, subscribing, following us on Instagram and TikTok, sharing most of our videos, liking them, trying to get us to 100 subscribers so you can see me whoop my dad's ass in the ring. You know, be ready. You already know. Be ready for this ass whooping I'm gonna give you. I know you ain't here right now. You probably be punching me in the leg, talking your crap back, but you ain't here, bro. So when we step in there, once we hit 100 subscribers, y'all, I'll tell y'all, first thing I'm doing, Ilya Taporia mode. Max Holloway backed out of it, but I ain't no Max Holloway. I'm me. I'm gonna go like that. Me and my pops, we're gonna be in the middle. We're to stand and trade. But secretly, guys, I'm gonna do an ankle pick on him. Tony Ferguson style. You already know. Y'all can't see my belt right now, but it's on the ground. I'm measuring distance already. I can't wait, bro. Get us to 100 subscribers, though. If you're one of my haters, you want to see me get my ass whooped by my dad, then subscribe. Closer we get to 100, closer either getting see me get my ass whooped or seeing me whoop ass. So it's only up to y'all to make that happen. So if we could please get to 100, man, come on, hit that sub button. But I think it's a good night. The fights will be starting at 2 p.m. tomorrow for Colorado Tom. No, for the main card will start up at 2, and I believe the original fights start up at 8 o'clock. And I think this has been another episode of Fight Bloodline. And I think we're going to get our theme song here soon, too. I was talking to a guy for our intros. But I'll get more of that later. I'll be editing our clips here soon. And I'll tag some of our followers in there. But this has been another episode of Fight Bloodline, y'all.